ASU football encountered many obstacles this season. A change of head coach before Pac-12 play began, a mid-season quarterback swap, and losing bowl eligibility for the first time since 2016. All that ultimately led to the Sun Devils losing 9 games for the first time in school history. All that making it easy for the program to move on to next year. Statistically, the 2022 campaign was the worst season in Tempe since 1946. So let's rewind to the start of the season. Pressing play on 2022, the Sun Devils cashed in their best defensive game of the year during outing number 1, holding the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks to just 23 rushing yards and 97 yards passing for 120 total. Yet the game stands out as it was against an FCS school, putting a damper on the contest. Fast forward 2 games and the pillars started to fall. ASU was trampled on its own field, allowing Eastern Michigan to run for 305 total yards. Less than 24 hours later, Athletic Director Ray Anderson announced the relinquishment of Herm Edwards, promoting Sean Aguano to interim head coach. Entering conference play, ASU allowed a Utah ground attack to rush for 205 yards without first-half production from leading ball carrier Tavian Thomas. The Sun Devils' rushing attack struggled to buy a yard, rushing for only 6 against the ranked Utes. The struggle on the ground continued, losing a hard-fought battle in the Coliseum to USC, with only 88 rushing yards, marking back-to-back games of 100 yards or less. ASU was able to bounce back against then 21-ranked Washington Huskies. The Sun Devils were led by backup quarterback Trenton Bourguet, who came in for an injured Emory Jones. ASU looked hopeful with an upcoming 2-game stretch against 2-4 Stanford and 1-5 Colorado. 2 wins would put the Sun Devils at 500. ASU lost to the Cardinal, dropping to 2-5 despite holding Stanford without a touchdown. Joshua Carty kicked the Devils off the farm with 5 field goals. The Sun Devils themselves could only manage 14 points on the afternoon. ASU followed with their best offensive performance of 557 total yards against the Buffaloes, with newly named starter Trenton Bourguet passing for a team-high 435 yards. The biggest blemish on the ASU defense came against UCLA, in which they allowed 571 total yards of offense, with 402 of them coming on the ground. After losing bowl eligibility against Washington State and losing the home finale to Oregon State, the Sun Devils looked to close out the year strong in the Territorial Cup. The offense appeared to be firing, accumulating over 500 yards of offense for the second time, but its 5 turnovers proved to be too much to overcome. The future now lies with Kenny Dillingham, the first native Arizonan and alumnus to hold the helm of the Sun Devil ship. The 32-year-old is now the youngest head coach in Division I FBS and hopes to reignite winning ways for Arizona State football and the Valley.